Just stop by at the Mangrove College. Let's grab a passenger, shall we? Corsair's Forest, please. Gate is morn. Not in a hurry, but I might stay below decks. I don't carry the fee on me. Okay. That's pretty cool. Gather supplies. Yeah. Gain 6 supplies. Wow, that's a lot of supplies. And port report. Cool. Just, that was worth it, I guess. We're pretty close to the sort of destination now. Gonna quick stop off in Port Carnelian as our last known area before we vanish into the unknown. How many passengers do we have now? Just the one, okay. That's good. Not sure what's up with all those little images being so low res. Might be an update that I couldn't download due to my internet being insane. Yeah. Just useless on occasion. Really? And when I say on occasion, I mean the majority of the time, really. It's just, sometimes it just doesn't bother. It's like, yeah, you want the internet? No. No chance. No hope there. Oh good, a fog bank. Well, that's nice. Suppose we're in the Carnelian coast now. Oh dear Lord, what? Discovered a beaver moustache from the Carnelian coast. It's a giant fish with a moustache. What the hell? Oh, it's a behemoth with a moustache. That is ridiculous. That also got me 30 fragments, which is kind of cool. I'm slightly concerned now that those might be everywhere. That's a scary creature that I am in no position to fight. I mean, let's face it, it'll just tank my bullets, I imagine. Just too much health. I need a bigger ship. Oh, this is a swarm of birds. It's a swarm of parrots. I don't even know. Right, we're in Carnelian. We can visit the tea shop. Sure. Lost 5 terror, okay. Yeah. That's good. Talk to the tiger in the bookshop. Talk to a tiger in the Blue Bazaar. Call a room above a bookshop. The diplomats of the Carnac were expelled from Port Carnelian following the Galatea incident. Only one remains behind. And the governor administers this distant fleck of Her Majesty's empire. We can do that. Governor is very, very busy. An attaché offers you a bowl of sugared puffballs and explains the work the governor does among the natives. Got to eat them happy, what? After all, they are tigers. I think I stopped there first last time. Pan for sapphires. A tough challenge. We'll give it a go. Gained 1 terror, failed. Tale of terror. A native ambush, but there's a tiger sitting on a broad mushroom cap asking unflattering questions about your nutritional value. You retreat. I like that. Like, so are you tasty? Are you good? Are you good for me? Can I eat you? I'm not sure. How many calories are you? Could you elaborate on your sort of carbohydrates and salt content? What vitamins do you have? Are these oh my god. That's a lot of health. I think we're wandering into high level areas now. No. We don't want to fight the parrots, please. We'll just go around them. But yes, anyway, can you explain more about your your nutritional value here? Would you be better for me than an orange, say? Would you rather be fried or roasted? Do you think you'll be going with a white wine or a red wine? Which would be better? I think as you're a human, you'd go with a red, generally. Reds tend to go better with meat and such. You're not a fish, so I think the red, yes. Why are you leaving? What? No. Perhaps a nice Chianti. Right. What is this? The Crying Heights. Andromeda's Rocks. Goodness me. There appears to be a little area here. What's down here? Would I be able to make port down here? I'm an old tiger, who is for some reason rather British. Perhaps I'll eat you with a nice cup of tea. We discovered Port Addy, apparently. Where is it? Hello? I don't see it. No, it is here. Somewhere? Oh. I don't think I can stop here. Well, that is a shame. Onwards. To the next port. What? Perhaps if I were to eat your albino rat. Perhaps that would be better. A light snack to... before dinner, I think. Yes. Just put it on some biscuits, would you? Oh, perhaps that strange ferret. Is it a ferret? Are you a ferret? Officers. Yes, it's a ferret. It's comatose. It's not doing anything for you. It's not needed to run the ship. I mean, you've already exchanged it for a rat. A talking rat, in fairness. But I would actually happily give up the ferret to you if you would take it for some... for literally anything, honestly. I don't really care. 50 echoes? I'll sell you my ferret for 50 echoes. Oh look, we've discovered apis meat. Apis meat. That sounds much better. Why am I still talking like this? That tiger was ages ago. I've just become fixated on this. Anyway, moving on. Tale of a city recently fallen. Oh! Let's give them some news. The tree of a single day is a hopeful sapling. Is their interest strategic, or do they enjoy hearing about London's miseries? Regardless, they permit you to dock. The day has just begun. A yellow-robed priestess plants a seed in a bed of black soil. No sooner has she patted down the soil than a tiny shoot pokes forth. By mid-morning it will be a sapling. By lunchtime a budding tree. By the evening's end it will wither and fall. You must be back on your ship before then. That's a strange thing to... Visit an exposition of Presbyterian curiosities? For the insignificant price of a single echo, the sober showman will lay the wonders of the elder continent directly at your feet. Oh, so there is actually like a countdown here. Listen to a storyteller. A vernacular broker has a commission. We can just sit by the tree, or we can do stuff. Well, let's pay an echo for this. The signs advertising his entertainments bristle with exclamation marks. In person, he is more circumspect. Grant your crew shore leave. Visit the grotesquerie. Behold a monstrous aboriginal of the elder continent, a disciple of the Thief of Faces. Attend the Cabinet of Curiosities. Revealed for the first time, innumerable mysteries of the interior. A profusion of Presperite secrets to perplex and petrify. The case catches your eye. It is labelled The Covenant. Let's look at that. That sounds fun. You have gained 50 fragments. And we're on Memory of Distant Shores. We've got 7 of them now. Here's a plaster cast on one of the tables that stands at the mountain's foot. A helpful plaque furnishes the translation. The Prester saith, when I die, yet shall I not die. The hour of my death shall be chosen, yet no man shall choose it. I am eternal, and yet my reign is circumscribed by law and fate. I will feast at my funeral, and my child shall be my cup-bearer. So... okay, enough distractions. Let us see... okay, what's this? He meets you on the balcony of a shoreside coffee house. His handshake is effusive. His smile and cummerbund abroad. He urges you to squares of sticky baklava and a tiny glass of black coffee sweetened with a sprig of mint. I trust you won't mind answering a few questions to ensure we're on the same page, so to speak. Answer truthfully though it means giving up a secret. Depart immediately. Lie to him. Have a secret. Goodness, I must admit I expected you to lie. Never mind, knowing you as well as I do now. I think we can do business. There's a commission for me. He orders a plate of figs soaked in honey. Do the prester's work, or snuffers to children and Londoners. Awful creatures, eat candles, steal faces, erasing them as a sacrament. An associate of mine recently found one in Port Carnelian, but before he could expose it, he disappeared. Maybe the snuffer got him. Perhaps one of the port spies. The place is stuffed with them. Your commission is to root out Port Carnelian snuffer, capture it, bring it back here. I'd like to ask it some questions. Well, how much time have I got left? Catch a nut that falls from the tree of a single day. Let's give it a go. Now I have one lamentable relic. The branch is too far, the nut too small, your hand too slow. The nut bursts into brief, pointless life. Thread-like shoots squirm out, groping for water. Desperate roots claw at a crack in the stone. It's no good. Its strength spent, the shoot browns, stiffens and expires. Attend a funeral feast. Listen to a storyteller. Okay, it'll give me a report for somewhere. That's interesting. Let's go for it. Climb the stairs cut into the hill, sit at the foot of the bead-capped stone columns. They'll shield you from the southern mountain feet. Be quiet, listen. Old storytellers share the shadow. The Prester is on the verge of declaring the Dawn Machine a blasphemy. London's bureaucracy is riddled with the children of the thief of faces. An expedition of foreigners recently put to shore to the west, then went south in search of the garden. They were discovered and given to the Red River. Return to your ship. The Gracious comb the streets, ushering visitors politely back to the dock. Ah, this is an interesting place. We will be sure to return. Okay, were there any shops here? License for mortal trade. We can sell mushroom wine. We can sell a shrine to stone. That's interesting. Buy fuel. Not a great price. Buy coffee. Yeah, you can get it for cheaper if you just trade with the wine, honestly. That's, yeah, it's not an unreasonably high price, it's just... let's grab one more, just a couple more, just to top us up. Okay. So, let us continue on our journey. This is going to be a long episode, I think. If it isn't already, I think it's going to be one. We're not even halfway done with this area. And we shall explore every inch. That's not true. We won't do that. Because that would be silly and very time consuming. Point Livingston. It's good. It's good. Glad we found that. Where shall we go? Okay, so... I'm just going to keep heading this way. There's a rock there I see, but I don't know if it's anything useful or interesting. So I'm going to ignore it and continue with our current path. Fed the crew, okay. But yeah. But we have a lot of supplies, so I'm not too worried about the fuel. Because if you still have supplies, you can scrounge through them for fuel. I mean, it's more expensive that way. But it's just, yeah. You're not immediately dying, basically. Whereas I think if you run out of supplies, you start to eat the crew. Which is a less desirable thing than having to pay a bit of extra cash next time you're in port, really. I imagine that'll also have long-lasting effects. Discovered Varchus. Varchus. No tigers here, hopefully. Okay, let's see what is around. What do you got? The burning white light of Varchus. The walled city of Varchus is a tangle of green vines and luminescent fungal flowers slowly blooming around mouldering stone. A rough shadow path leads from the docks to the mirrored gate of Varchus. Two towering carved stone lamps throw their light on the angled mirrors, and a blue-cloaked guard stands in the reflected pool of light. The city is a beacon against the tree-hushed sprawling darkness of the Elder Continent. In the far distance, a vast mountain glimmers. So tell the guard you wish to enter. Compile the port report. Okay, let's start with that. Ask the guard a few questions. The sailors wave you. This team on some upturned crates on the docks, playing a game of mirrored ships and starlight snakes made of bone. Choke on the smell. Let's see what the sailors want. You're not thinking of going in there. The sailors gawk at you in unconcealed horror. They take turns telling you gruesome stories of Varchus, which they no doubt invented whole cloth. Some are convinced that the Varchasi renders sailors into tallow to light their city. Others say they steal shadows and sell them to their masters. All of them are convinced they blind any strangers who dare to gaze too long upon their city secrets. We're just waiting to be paid and then we're off, one of the sailors says, nervously flicking a mirror chip. I've only got one eye left and I'd like to keep it. Check on the smell? That's done nothing. Ask the guard a few questions. Blue cloaked guard only acknowledges your existence when you step out of the darkness of the path and into the light from the lamps. Well, Tomas, are you going to ask your questions, or are you just going to stare? That probably means foreigner or something, so that'll offend her. Ask about her job. Yeah. It is a great honour to guard the mirrored gate, she snaps defensively. She gestures to the edge of the pool of light illuminating her post. It is very dangerous. Even a small stumble and I could fall into the dark. Her voice goes thready. I would be banished from Mihir's gaze. I would lose my name. That is why they only send the bravest outside the walls. Ask of the city's customs? Best to know before you flout them. Easier to plan an escape route that way. Don't touch the mirrors. Don't even look into the mirrors. And try very hard not to dream. Were you expecting anything, something along the lines of don't murder anyone or only wear red on special occasions? Still, you nod and smile. Oh, let's go on then. All those who are not Varchutsi are Tamas. You have been touched by darkness and it has taken your name. It is very ill-mannered to pretend you still have one. Okay, so ask about the light. We must always walk in Mihir's lights, so we burn our lamps night and day to banish darkness from the mirrored city. If we let darkness corrupt us, we would not be Varchasi any longer, but Tamas, like you. Is that so terrible a fate? Her mocking laugh answers you even before her words do. Yes, it would be terrible indeed, Tamas, and before you ask, no, I do not have any desire to leave Varchus. The rest of the Neef has fallen from his gaze, and I have no wish to join them. Okay, so they're religious, basically. You are satisfied, or perhaps the guard's voice is beginning to grate a little. She looks a little disappointed, but does not try to engage you further. Can we go through? The mirrors of the gates are arranged to give you space to pass, but never once allow shadow to touch the guard. Our ways are not yours, Tamas. Remember that, and walk in the light of the Mihir. Who do we speak to? So, dressed all in saffron, pair of thick fireproof gloves. Her cloak are picked up with gold thread and the edges jewelled with carnelian. The fungus carter. The jewel turbaned youth. Let's start with the firekeeper, I guess. Too important to play guide to you, Tomas, she tells you before you even open your mouth. It is a matter of great urgency. He's late for his lamp checks in the sacred district. He'd be lucky to end up the lake treasure. The first tower bell has sounded. One memory of distant shores, that's nice. Okay, so no more than 4. No more than 4. So we can talk to all of them. You look terrible. Are you sick with a terrible outsider's disease, or is that what your nose is naturally like? Gives you directions to the hospitals. Oh, the medics are all butchers to be sure, but they walk in the light of the Mirhir, he adds breezily, and then points out the guardhouse in the vague direction of the Temple of Mirhir, and a street of bars and gaming houses. We don't want to get a reputation for being inhospitable. Now have one fragment. Oh. The jewel-turbaned youth. Let's talk to him. He looks utterly overjoyed to make your acquaintance. The bang was on his wrist, flashing. If you've been a small gathering with us to mass, we are so eager to hear about the world outside the city walls. Continue your explorations. There are bars, the hospital, the guardhouse, Temple of Mirhir. Let us go to the hospital, I guess. Why not? Which ward are you here to visit? Offer the services of the brisk campaigner. Offer the services of the haunted doctor. Oh. So you can... That's interesting. The open ward is locked several times over. Keep it cool and closed off. Well, I guess let's go to the open ward. On hunting expeditions or trade missions. But what would I do away from your gentle tender gaze, O fair nurse? Surely I would wither and perish. Lost to terror. Okay, let's go to the mirrorless room. This is where we keep the mirror mad. The mirrors whispered to them, and instead of going to the sun priest, they whispered back. We don't despise them. They are given food and water. Turning the mirror mad uses almost as much fuel as Mirhir's temple, because they can only be lit with direct lamplight. We don't dare let them near any mirrors. Okay, are worse than Tomas. They no longer serve Mirhir, but other powers. Interesting. Okay, let's go see this guy. He did invite you. The wine is drunk and the cards are played. The gathering takes on a certain political tone, complaining of the trade restrictions, contradictions in Mirhir's mantras, whether his daughter should also have to follow in the same profession. Will you tell us a story? That'd be nice, to be honest, especially to a group of people you'll never have to meet again. Invent a fanciful tale. We could probably get away with that. But let's just tell them of us. We were hoping, the jewel turban influence, that you would tell us, lies. So does you make a habit of telling strangers of your past? I mean no insult. We only have true stories here in Vartas and no inventions. No made-up tales. Well, we can't do anything now. Turn to Vartas. Welcome. She remembers you. Walk in the light of the Mirhir. Okay. In. Or we sleep. He's dressed in saffron robes. You could tell him his sister is looking for him. Yep, there we go. Oh, he's given us some stuff. That's nice. The kitchens. We can go to the kitchens. We can go to the courtyard. We could sleep. Don't sleep. No, I think... Let's have a look in the kitchen. Heart's failed. Whatever. Go to sleep. Menaces, a dream of smoke. Okay. Dawn and Varchus. Into the dark. Return, the guard tells you, but not yet. They usher you into the darkness beyond the walls. Okay, basically that's just to make me leave, I think. Shops, nothing. Okay. It's forced me out. But that's okay. Right. Still more to explore. Long episode. Long, 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 long. What could be beyond this place? This mad, mad place. Okay, let's see, shall we? I'm sure there must be a port at the edge of the world. I'm hoping there's a port at the edge of the world. Otherwise I'll just sail right over. And almost certainly die. I don't even know if you can sail over the edge of the world here. I think there's a thing for it, but I'm not 100% certain. Entered the Sea of Statues. Giant Scapeaters. King Eater's castle rises ahead, where fools give up their future. That sounds interesting. A lot of these places sound interesting. Forts of Home. Good. Oh, hello. What's this? Let's send out the Z-Power. Oh, that's a big hand. Some distance to the northeast. Oh, well, I guess this is it here. My. That's nice and impressive there. Protects Fury! Yeah, we've found the edge of the world here, folks. Just gonna... It's probably got a port at the top. Can we go around this way? I'm hoping we can. Oh, it might be on the opposite side. No, that is where the port is. Just quickly turn around. Mash the forward button so that we can accelerate to full speed. Full speed ahead, basically, is what I'm saying there. 150 fragments gained for discovering Pennington. Interesting. I guess this is a ways from London now. Also, there appears to be a giant skull in the water here. I did point with my hand, but that's pretty useless. But can you see the eye sockets there and the sort of bare head? Yeah? Guess that's part of this big old statue. That appears to be a heart. It's another hand there. It's a weird place. Weird place. I am concerned actually that this might be a very long episode. I think that's a golden dreadnought. We're not gonna mess with that. Might actually split this episode in two, just at a random interval. I'm glad I'm telling this now because it'll already have happened from your perspective. King Eater's Castle. An old veracity lives here, up in the far reaches of the sea. Which god holds sway here? Storm, stone, salt. Perhaps no god that is elsewhere named, but if you feed it, it will calm your mind. It will lower your terror at the expense of terror at the expense of fuel and supplies. Lose your mind. Offer your thoughts at the altar. Do not do this. Eat your crew. Not all of them will go easily. Do not do this. This will destroy all your crew and any human or near-human officers. The struggle will wound or even kill you. Compile a port report. Shops. Well, this is interesting. Should we... No, let's not. Well... It's a strange place, but we've come to the edge of the map now. So I think this is a good time to end this episode. I'm not sure if it's going to be one episode or 2 episodes yet. I don't know how long it is stitched together, so it's all in the air. You'll already know if it's 2 episodes, because this will be the second half. Obviously. thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. See you next time for a bit more exploration and nosing around in the sea.